Everybody just got off work. It's still technically Saturday for another 3 minutes. So I'm gonna go into some stuff that came in the mail. One of 2 CDs that I had coming from Bandcamp, and then some vclt from Chris Voland, a buddy of mine in Maryland. So the first CD is Hyrax, Faster Than Death. I waited until I could actually get a copy to listen to it, so this will be my drive to work tunes tomorrow. I'm really stoked to get a chance to listen to this. It's my first Hyrax on any kind of format, so I'm really happy to finally get that. And then a box from Chris that I've already pre-opened. Haven't looked inside. I know of one of the things that was coming, but I don't know about anything else that's going to be in here. So let's see. Looks like we got a few things in here. So, maybe I should have brought my knife in here. Alright, so the first thing we've got is Total Chaos, Avoid All Sides. And from looking at the back, this looks to be some punk. And I'm always glad to add some more punk to my collection. So that looks like. Don't have my glasses in here, but I think my wife has a pair and I might be able to use hers to look at some of this stuff. See what year it was on and all that stuff. The Hyrax CD came on the Armageddon label. There's a look at the CD. And this, let's see a year. Let's see if we get any information in the booklet. Looks like it's on Punk Core Records. And 2008 is what it looks like. So definitely interested to see what that's going to sound like. And then the next thing in here I think is the one that I knew that was coming. You know, he really made sure this was nice and secure. I'm going to be making a mess in my wife's office slash my son's room. Let's see, the next thing we got is the one I knew I think that was coming. Is it this? Yeah. Opeth in Conda Veranum, I think is how it's pronounced. This came out on Nuclear Blast in 2019. I have not heard this Opeth album. I'm not huge into Opeth, but what I have heard I do like. And next we have Birds of Prey, Sulfur and Semen on Relapse Records. Relapse tends to do a lot of metal stuff, so this is probably somewhere in that kind of alley. See if we get a year. I've heard of this band, I think, but I'm not quite sure what they sound like. I've heard of them, but just haven't heard them. And looks like this came out, it was recorded and mixed in June of 07, so more than likely it was a late 07 release, probably. And then last one here, we've got Screw, which I think they're like an industrial band, if I'm not mistaken. And Shadow of Doubt, this is on Metal Blade. And it was really 1990 something. Let's see. I want to say this says 96, maybe 96, 98. '96. Yep. So definitely all these I'm looking forward to listening to. So thank you, Chris, for this package. He and I have traded off packages in the past and stuff, and just about everything musically that he sent that I hadn't heard of, I ended up liking for the most part. But so 4 killer CDs, I'm assuming all killer from Chris, and then the new Hyrax. And I also have one more coming from Bandcamp that'll probably be here sometime next week. But anyway, that's the update that I have. Thank you guys for watching.